Hello, I'm Ben McCarty. I play drums in Cherry Punch.
Hi, I'm Jason. I play guitar in Cherry Punch.
Hi, I'm Cherry, and I do vocals in Cherry Punch, if you can kind of call it that.
Hi, I'm Bass. I play Ness in Cherry Punch.
I like wiggly air that wiggles in nice ratios, and so, yeah, good grooves, good chords, and otherwise just, looking at people when they go like this, you know what I mean? When the shaved apes react to the ratios, that shit's fire. That's beautiful. So that's the inspiration, you know what I mean? And especially the ratios that I have a reaction to personally. Then I'm like, ooh, how does that work? And then I figure it out, and then I put it in the thing, and then do the thing, you know what I mean? And then the people do it.
I'm kind of the same as Ben, I guess. Reacting to said audience and seeing what's happening there, and if they respond great to it, then like awesome, I'm grooving. But I guess in terms of inspiration, just whatever pops by, that sounds cool. Like Taylor Swift, personal favourite. Shout out T-Swizzle.
Inspirations is just got to be anything that's just like mentally ill. Like, what's the most fucked up shit that I can just do, and then, times that by 10, and that's what I want to do. And so, gotta get weirder the better. I've got to keep myself on my toes. I don't know what my next step is. That's what I want, because I don't know.
I like rocks and looking under them and like finding crabs. And I want to play riffs that make me feel like a crab, because crabs are really cool. They got claws and hard and shit. Yeah. So like just big crab riffs. Yeah.
We are working on a fair bit of new material at the moment. We went pretty hard a couple of months ago, and what was it? We pretty much got a whole set list together in a span of 2 months, because we were like under the pressure of, we have this gig, look, we need a whole new set by then. And we went hard, just cooking. And that was awesome. End result was awesome. Now it's a bit more relaxed, and I think we don't have time pressure and stuff, but we're still trying to keep going with that, because it's always fun. I feel like the best part of being a band, for me at least, is writing stuff. Right
after this, we're doing more writing and whatnot. We're looking at recording a bunch, basically. That's the spot that we're in, so refining that, speed run set, which was pretty refined to begin with, but seeing what we can, seeing what bones we can restructure, what weird forms we can make, and then, kind of just tracking and doing the thing and more, otherwise just new songs to test as we're recording ones we were really stoked on. Ideally, I think most of us are keen to do a long form thing, but then, I don't know, we'll see. It's kind of fun to just drop one nugget that's very non-committal and easy for someone to be like, I'll listen to the new Cherry Punch thing once every month or so, rather than an EP, once every 4 months or something like that, So, yeah, but we'll see, and either one is delightful and splendid, so both will be good.
Album or EP, essentially, we'd love to just record everything that we shit out. Do you know what I mean? All the terrible stuff. Again, money-wise constraints. So it's essentially going to be okay, how much bread can we save? And then let's do that.
The first one is Pierce the Veil, Selfish Machines. It's an album. It's quite tasty. And then another album will be Joy of Motion, The Joy of Motion by Animals as Leaders. Those are 2 albums that show up in my brain a lot. Yeah.
I think for me, it'd probably be Plastic Beach album by Gorillaz. I think that's pretty fire. Although, if I could pick a TV show, I'd go with SpongeBob. I could watch that all day. Brain rot.
That's a good question. Album on repeat is gotta, what's my mental state on this mental island? Do you know what I mean? If I'm...
You want to go completely crazy.
Well, okay, so if I want to go a little bit crazy and also maybe a little bit depressed, kind of kill myself buzz, but that kind of vibe. Salvia Palth.
I reckon the Jurassic Park soundtrack, because I could just go around pretending to be a dinosaur on my own little island.
Our music you can find on Spotify. There is some old stuff, but we are working to kind of replace that stuff and get some new stuff out, hopefully soon. Otherwise, my favorite is probably YouTube, to be honest. I feel like a lot of what I love about us and just these people is the stage performance. I feel like YouTube is always the best thing because not only are you hearing the sound, you're also just seeing the weird and fucky shit on stage. You see Ness crab walking. You see like Ben and Jason kind of like doing sneaky laughs on stage. And that's my favorite, you know what I mean? You catch some weird shit at gigs. Like we played a gig last week and I was feeling a little mentally spicy and I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna like rock up with a helium balloon and tell no one. And then we get to the gig and I was like, guys, game plan. I want to do some shit on helium. And so it was like 5 minutes before we played. We were like, okay, what are we gonna do in helium? Dora the Explorer. I push YouTube hard for that.
Anywhere you can listen to music or YouTube is tasty as well, basically. And Jason's the same.
Oh, I said with visual aids.
My favorite part is the overload. Like you walk in and you don't know where to look. And also the girly pop pink. I love that.
I mean, just like the variety of stuff is really cool. Like, yeah.
I like that 10-pin bowling set over there. Oh, it's 9-pin. Dude, what happened to the 10th pin? Or that lotto thing over there, that looks funny. There's a card lotto game up there. Yeah. Started early.
I like the surface area, you know what I mean? You can see so many things at once. So similar to the visual overload, but it's nicely structured so you can look and be like, there are CDs, there are games, there are vinyls, etc. There are lotto card games for my niece, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Our next gig I'm personally very excited for. It is with Fat Dick at iGum. Yes. And no hate to any other like Wellington bands, but like Fat Dick is my all-time favorite. I love those motherfuckers. It just tickles something in my brain. I love it so much. And he's also just the funniest guy ever. It's such an experience watching them play. And also, just a little, you know, sorry, I can talk all day about Fat Dick because I love them. That's terrible. Yeah, this is Cherry from Cherry Punch, just confirming I love Fat Dick. No. But okay, yeah, I got so many things. No, okay. One of my favorite things is that like sometimes at gigs you get given random things and it's always really awesome because it's just like sentimental value. And so I've got like a collection of all these little weird knickknacks that people have brought to me at gigs. And one of my favorite ones is played a gig with Fat Dick, and then like before we had even played, the guitarist like walks over to me and he's got like a massive trench coat on and he kind of creeps on over and he goes, "Oh, Cherry?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you like hot sauce?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like hot sauce." And this motherfucker just like opens his trench coat, reaches in, and then just like grabs out like a bottle of hot sauce, and he just goes, "Here you go." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And he was like, "It's homemade. I make hot sauce. That's for you." And I was like, "That's fucking great." Like immediately, like, yeah, I love that. But yeah, so that's we're playing with Fat Dick, September 11th. At San Fran, and it's free.
Free entry, please do. It will be good. We're playing the Goth Ball, which is at Underworld, which is like on one of them roads. It's near the embassy, and that's on the Friday the 8th of November. So it's a bunch of like goth adjacent and goth sympathizing bands, which is maybe us mostly. Yeah.
On a side note, at that event I will be looking for a hot goth girlfriend, so just want to put that out to the public as well.
There's another one, which is the 29th of November, another Friday, right across the road at Moon Bar. And that's a fundraiser gig with Velvet Star, which is, I can't remember the charity, but it was something to do with...
Yeah, I've got to actually confirm that, but the charity is a Wellington one that supports women. And so I don't have my phone on me at the moment, but that's really cool.
It
came from
Creeps. That's the one. I have a vinyl of First Impressions of Earth by The Strokes. And I have that because it's good. But more specifically, I think I listened to this on like New Year's Day in like my final year of high school. And that was kind of the year where I started to like decide to do music professionally. And so this was one of those albums where I'm like, this is really chill music. I used to listen to just like real fast technical music, and I was like, that's cool. This was really chill, and it was like, oh, this is like a whole different kind of just relaxing, fairly understated yarn. I like it, you know? Fits with where I was at, and it made me think, oh, music can be a lot of things, a little bit more than what I had already thought, and it made me do music a little bit, which was good.
I got Bob Marley and the Wailers' Uprising album. It's arguably one of my favourite albums out there. I quite like it. It's dense but chill. I like that. It's nice and groovy and shit. Or just take a dump to it. It's also quite nice. Would recommend.
Okay, finding one thing was really stressful. I'm not gonna lie. I was like a little bit panicked of it. Like my mindset was like, okay, anything the Runaways, because I was like, you know, there's like I can chat some shit about that. But then also I found Garbage, and I was like, this album was probably one of the like 5 that I kept in my shitty little first car, little Nissan Cube. Check that shit out. It's fucking fire. Honestly, I got so many bitches in that car. But anyway. Garbage would play this shit all the time, just on repeat, because it's like the whole album is like you can cry, you can get angry, you can vibe. It's just a mix, and also anything girly, grungy, punky, rocky. I just obviously love.
I found Star Trek Deep Space Nine on VHS. It's so fucking sick.
Tell me why the task force is here. The real reason, not the one Martok gave the Federation.
The real reason? I suppose you have a right to know.
It's like the last 2 episodes of like the entire series. So fucking hyped about that. Like, yeah, I just fucking love Star Trek.
ASMR, thank you very much. Richard Bunch.